Hi everybody, Raging back with another Mechabellum video. Today's video I have a meme game for you. It's just more of a fun game, pretty funny. Shows the power of getting double redeployment and intensive trainings and using them on wraiths. You can like move stuff around a lot and like keep sniping towers, so even though this is not the most principled game, you can kind of get some ideas of how to play aggressively with redeployment. So starting out here, we are cost control specialist. And actually, I ended up walking away from my computer right when I like hit matchmaking. So I didn't actually pick cost control. The game chose it for me. Luckily, it's a good pack. But I usually wouldn't pick cost control specialist because it just makes all my units like easier to kill, which is not what you really want with steel balls. Opponent here is speed specialist. He has the tarantulas and the crawlers. And so I end up getting back to my computer and seeing what I have to play. So I kind of just take like a quick deployment. And because I'm cost control, I do have a little more money. So it ends up inspiring the wraith plays. See how this goes. Opponent has gotten 5 packs of crawlers, is very symmetrically positioned and in an aggro position as well. I think if I was him against steel balls, probably put my tarantulas together since they do better together against steel balls. I just kind of set up over here and I've saved 100. So because we're cost control and because he's going to get the tower really fast, we do take the spider out, but we will end up losing this round because now there's another tower debuff and the crawlers and the tarantulas are just too much for the steel balls since they're cost control steel balls. So round 2, straight into it, we get the intensive training, and I'm noticing he takes advanced missile device, which ends up being really good pick for him. He doesn't even really need it right now, but he's grabbed it anyway, and it will be good against our wraiths later. So I'm looking at his board and seeing he has no AA, and since I'm cost control, I can actually afford to get a wraith and a crawler. So I do that. Which means I can't use my intensive training just yet. Also level my tower to level 2 here. He's using his advanced missile device on our steel balls. He ends up hitting our arc lights though. So this round will be kind of similar where everything dies except for the wraith this time because he has no AA. And I've really been enjoying wraiths lately. I think if you have steel balls, even if they're showing like AA marksman or phoenix or something, it's still pretty good to get the wraith because once you go 8 gun, they can like overpower phoenixes and marksmen. Your best bet against wraith spam is probably just like melting points, right? And now we get the redeployment on round 2. So this game was like everything was perfect, basically, with the intensive trainings and the redeployments for making, like, super wraiths. So I make another wraith. I move the steel balls out of the corner here since he's putting tarantulas, like, on my flank. This is pretty common to do with spiders, but it's not very good against, like, flying units, right? So that's my plan, is to go up into the sky here. Opponent gets phoenixes, like, straight away since he sees the wraith. Now I have wraith here. And I have wraith here. I've moved steel balls here, so we're more symmetrical than we were. I've intensive training this guy to level 2. And he is missiling our wraith here with the advanced missile device, which will kill the wraith. But, good thing we have wraith over here. Advanced missile device makes the missiles do 15,000 damage. And since I'm cost control, my level 1 wraiths have 13k HP. So advanced missile device is definitely something that is a little bit scary for me. But we have the level 2 wraith, then we can take out these phoenixes. And this pack of phoenixes here just won't be able to kill this level 2 wraith in time. It will kill the steel balls, but we will win again with 1 wraith. Wraiths are super strong. I think people are sleeping on them a little bit. These are my wraith techs. A lot of people run the degen beam. That's probably, it might be better, but I do like the wraith cheese sometimes to like close out games. It could be pretty nice to just like, I don't know, if you have like, if your opponent's on like 700 health, you just get like 3 wraiths. If they can't kill them, you win the game. So on this round, the prudent play would be for me to get Mustangs since he's showing Phoenix and there's the threat of Spider Mine Tarantula. But that's not how I'm thinking this game. I'm thinking just play kind of crazy. I want to try and scare my opponent mostly. So I am deciding between Mustangs because I'm like, these are like objectively better, but the Sabertooth funds like the crazy plays. So I sell the Sabertooth for a ton of money. I'm thinking about using it against the Tarantula, but then I'm like, I already have Steel Balls, right? And like, what if I just get range on Wraiths? Okay, we have 2 level 2 towers now, and we have a mobile beacon. We're going to be beaconing now to try and get towers sooner. Do sell the Sabertooth. I've gone range on Wraith, so I get another Wraith. And he's going Charge Shot Phoenix to kill our Wraiths. Good play. That's a good counter. Something he might be thinking about probably here. Also, he's taken the Mustangs, so now he's going to like be defending his flanks back here. And I kind of assume he's probably taking Mustangs since there's the threat. Like, my plan, when I put Wraiths on the line like this, my plan usually is get shielded Wasps in front of them to keep them safe for a while. So because I think he's probably taking the Mustangs, I want to distract them with crawlers on his flanks like this. And we have triple, and he's double missiling this Wraith, which ends up killing it as well. So very nice use of his advanced missiles, but good thing we have another Wraith, and we have Wraith range. And a level 2 tower here now, so we do lose the level 2 Wraith, but it's not a big deal, because we have more of them. And the Steel Balls, actually, so because he's focused mostly on the Wraith, the Steel Balls are still getting away with kind of a lot on the ground. We do take that Phoenix out, which is great because now we can take the tower. We have a level here on this Wraith, and it would be great to get a level on this Wraith as well. But I think there's just a little too much for us to deal with here, since this Wraith's almost dead, and now Charge Shot Phoenix is coming here towards this Wraith. Yeah. So opponent will win the round here with some units alive, thanks to Charge Shot Phoenix. I'd love to take the super heavy armor to put on a Wraith, but Super Supply is just too good on round 5 to pass up, since I think I'm probably still going to keep playing the Wraith angle, and at this rate, he won't be able to kill me that fast, so Super Supply is the play, and he also takes Super Supply. You just have to take Super Supply. And also, what Super Supply allows me to do, since I'll have a lot of supply, is I can just keep leveling these towers, and then I don't have to worry about defending them as much. So I can just keep doing the Wraith plays. We have a level 3 Wraith, level 2 Wraith, and a level 1 Wraith that should get level 2 this round. So opponent is picking up Sledgehammers, realizes he does need to do something against the Steel Balls. This will slow them down. Don't exactly hate that play, but I do want Chaff in front of them, because I can still just missile these out, right? So because he has Mustangs on his flanks, I'm just adding 2 packs of level 2 elite recruited hounds to deal with them, so that I can get Wasps eventually in front of my Wraiths, like I've been saying. So now I have speed as well. Want to just try and take towers. And I believe in this level 3 Wraith, even against like the Phoenixes. So I'm doing a beacon like this. Since it kind of scoots around things, it keeps moving while they shoot. And I've just missiled out that level 2 Chaff there. So we have distracted the Mustangs successfully, as well as some crawlers, which opens the way for the tower here, which we can immediately take. And as long as this Wraith kills this Tarantula, it gets level 2. Which is great. So now we have no level 1 Wraiths left showing on the board. And this beacon puts the Phoenixes out of range of the Wraith. And now on the turn, we should be able to take it out. And we have lower tower debuffs because of the leveled towers. And he can't even kill these Wraiths. So we win the round again with the Wraiths. I think my opponent just needs melting points, honestly. Like, when you see this many Wraiths, you can expect 8 gun, and you don't want that to get out of control. So like a multi-melter is really good, especially with the sledgehammers in front like that. Good blocker. Okay, so I was planning on going wasps. I'm a little scared of the fortress because of AA. Like AA fortress is still pretty good against wraiths if you just spam them and if you get like a bunch of fang production. So, but because my plan has been wasps, I take the wasps. Opponent also takes wasps. He could go range and anti-air wasps, which is pretty good against wraith. So it's not that bad that he takes those, but he does get more phoenixes now. He elite recruits them. And he's actually borrowing here on round 6 as well. We're not borrowing because we don't really need to with the super supply. Like I said, I'm just using wasps as blockers. And so because he has the advanced missile device, I also stick some crawlers in front so that'll eat missiles. That way my wasps don't get missiled for some reason. And I have been doing this beacon right here. But now I'm going to go over here instead to keep him, you know, I just want to keep him guessing. We have 8 gun now on wraiths. Get some more crawlers to put in front of our hounds up here. Taking speed. I just get another wraith because why not? I have range and 8 gun. I just add it over here now. And this will be the beacon. I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, beacon here and then over to here. Hopefully, as long as we take this tower and one of these wraiths live, we should be able to clear out this side as well. He's still missiling out like all the... Oh, I'm missiling out his sledgehammers. That way we can get to the tower sooner. You know, something he could do is he could put late missiles. Because his missiles do so much damage, they'll just kill the wraiths. So, now since we're going left, we're successfully getting the tower here with the wasps. Even though he has Mustangs, wasps, Phoenix. With 8 gun, everything dies to wraith. Because Wraith targets kind of uniquely. It kind of targets like the Raiden does, where as long as it has a different target in range, it will choose to individually shoot each unit, which ends up taking out Phoenixes pretty well. So we're still just winning by Wraiths in the sky. If your opponent is winning with just Wraiths at the end, it means that they don't have enough chaff to protect the Wraith. I get another redeployment. This game is crazy with the double redeployments. Because there's no chaff, that means there's no chaff left, right? If it's just wraiths at the end, so melting points are exactly what you need. So he just gets more Mustangs, though. He gets level 2 Mustangs. And I think he ranges them. Because I have wasps, he wants to clear the wasps to get to the wraiths. But he has the advanced missile device, so he can... Seriously, if you put late missiles, like, say you put one here... Here, 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 here. Doesn't matter which side I attack. It should be hitting these wraiths, and as long as like 2 hit each wraith, they die. And these almost die as well. So I think that's a good way he could be using his advanced missile device. Like I'm pretty sure he could just win the game pretty easily, but he's just not building the right stuff. And he's 1940 MMR, so you know you can kind of get away with things like this. Sometimes, even in high MMR. Okay, so I do take wasp shields because I just want to keep my wraiths safe. And I'm redeploying all of my wraiths like together. So they're all together and I get another wraith. And I just pile them in, which is like pretty funny. I was just noticing that my opponent is not like, he's not playing against this correctly. So I'm like, well, I'll just keep doing this, I guess, right? Like until he answers it. I'll not change anything. And literally I'm just packing them in like this, which is not very good, especially since he has the advanced missile device. Like if one missile device hits all of these, or even 2, they just all die like immediately. Okay, so we're also still missiling out like all of his... Look, there's the missile device that was a little late, but now we have shielded wasps, which buy us enough time to kill the phoenixes and then still enough time to take the towers. Something my opponent definitely probably ought to do at this point, since all I ever have at the end is just the wraiths. It's literally all I have, right? There's the advanced missile device that's late. If he's put 2 there, I'm already dead. But he didn't put 2, he only put 1. And this wraith on this round lives with like a sliver of health. And we have a level, a level, and a level. So all of these wraiths here have leveled, and because, again, they're all the only ones left at the end, just more missile devices, right? Like, it keeps catching them, and also melting points. He just needs melting points. I think he's even built more tarantulas. I'm not sure. Maybe he's just having a bad day, but I'm just memeing. At this point, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm gonna make more wraiths, I guess. Just kind of a funny game. Round 8 comes up. We get another intensive training, which is... Okay, so double intensive, double redeployment. So I have levels on all of these already, so I just take the levels, and I'm probably just going to level up the high-level wraiths. My other one's down, so I can only level 1. Yeah, so now we have level 5 wraith. It's getting easier to tank the advanced missile devices this way. I'm also going to take my other strongest wraith. So I have my strongest wraiths, and now I'm redeploying them to the left. I do run jump drive wasps, so I can also move the wasps. So even though I'm playing a rather unprincipled game, I would say, because really just melting points, I basically just lose immediately. The reason I wanted to show this game off is because I wanted to show you the power of redeployment as well as the power of jump drive with an aggro position so that you can keep your opponent guessing by moving things around. He's building very symmetrically anyway, so it's not like that big a deal for him since he kind of has all of his bases covered, but maybe don't copy exactly what I'm doing here because what I'm doing is not like very good, I would say. It's just like one unit mostly, but it should give you ideas of like how to play aggressively with redeployment. And I just elite recruit 2 more wraiths because, you know, like I said, why not? Opponent's not really responding properly to what I'm doing, so I'm just going to keep going. I'm even selling steel balls now, so everything is off the ground at this point because I want to get the jump drive wasps. I'm going to leave 1 here, and I'm going to move 2 over here since now this is my strong side. I'm just going to beacon at the tower. I do have lots of chaff and like distracting units on the flanks. And now we also have defense enhancement, attack enhancement, and 2 level 3 towers. So even if he takes our towers, it's just like a low debuff. And I can do that because I have super supply and I'm cost control specialist. So I get like 250 extra each round. So I might as well just level my towers to max. We're getting in on this side now. Pretty strong. We are losing wraiths out here. But because they're high level, they're doing kind of a lot of work before they die. And now the high-level towers as well. Charge Shot Phoenix doesn't care about leveled towers, so it's a good thing he has the Charge Shot Phoenix. It allows him to win this round because he can actually kill my tower. And my beacon's a little bit like, it should probably be shallower, like straight across the board, more than up and over. Round 9 comes up, and opponent gets the level 3 melting point offered to him, but I don't know what he's trolling himself. He takes Typhoon, just melting point. I'll show you after the game. He just wins with melting point, straight up. Literally wins immediately with melting point. We have 3,300 health, so maybe he doesn't win, but then he can just make more, and I'm like totally screwed, I think, if he just makes more melting points. But he doesn't. He goes with Typhoon, and I'm seeing all these Mustangs on the ground, and I'm like, well, I also take the melting point and just sell it. We have 2,500. Yeah, I take armor because he's using, and it's perfect because he takes AA on the Mustangs now. So now it won't work. And I redeploy all the wraiths back over here, and I take the wasps over with me as well. And I'm putting the wasps too close to the wraiths because any missiles that hit the wasps also hit my wraiths. Again, I wouldn't build like this, what I'm doing, especially stacking wraiths. Spread them out if you're going to do it. Especially when your opponent has advanced missile device. Like, I'm trolling, basically, right? And I'm just... I'm having a fun game here. More than, like, I would say, like, a good game. But armor here ends up being basically perfect because none of his units can kill my wraiths except for his Phoenix. And he's gone with Typhoon. I think against wasps, but he already has AA Mustangs, so Typhoons are just kind of... they're just not good. He gets the level 3 melting point offered to him. It's all he needs. It's like literally perfect. I thought I was going to lose when I saw the melting point, but he didn't take it, so... I thought I'd go out in style here and just make a brick of wraiths, which looks stupid as hell. It is stupid as hell, but it's funny, so... we go for it, and then we use a million missiles as well to try and just pave the way. The wraiths. And look, they all get hit by a missile device, like, immediately, so they're all slowed as well. But look how strong these wraiths end up being, now that we're just pushing towards tower. Also, he should level his towers. He should have, like, level 3 or 4 towers, since he also has super supply. If I can't kill the towers, I lose. And because these 2 wraiths are here during the debuff, they literally kill, like, his entire board, almost. Single-handedly. Oh my god. And yeah, once that goes down, and once we kill these 2 phoenixes, it's just GG. There's too many wraiths alive. I'll show you how to win this. It's really easy for my opponent to beat what I'm doing. This is such a funny game. I just wanted to put it on the channel. All right, so we take a big win here against Fiesta ST, who got really upset at the end of that and was flaming at me in chat, but he had, like, the perfect drop at the end. So analyzing the battlefield here, if you're going to play something like this, I would do it more principled. It's not, like, the worst build what I'm doing here. It's just the fact of how I'm positioning them, especially with what my opponent has, with the advanced missile devices and everything else. I am playing this terribly by bricking them up like this. The way I would probably play it, if I was going to play it seriously, is I would spread the wraiths out across the board. I would have more steel balls for the units on the ground, like Tarantula. Might consider getting something like energy absorption, range, or mech div. Honestly, any of those is pretty good, but I think energy absorption probably would be best, since it can just suck the life out of, like, these tarantulas that he's continued to add, even though he doesn't even really need tarantulas. He doesn't really need typhoons either, since I stopped building crawlers long ago and only went wraith. So if you're going to play something like this, crawlers on the line like this are not bad. The positioning on the steel balls is pretty good. You can put wraiths, like, in front of them, spread more steel balls out across the board here. You can put wasps in front of the wraiths, which will block, you know, a little bit for the wraiths, at least enough to get their 8 guns off against things like phoenixes, wasps, mustangs, chaff, you know, whatever it is, right, to pave the way. And then the steel balls, since melting point is so common to build against wraiths, he doesn't have any here, but it is pretty common because it works really well against them. Having more steel balls to deal with melting points is like an actual comp, right? So steel ball, wraith, shielded wasps in front. Speed and beacons can still allow you to take towers. So what I did here is pretty much, I was memeing something I think my opponent needed is melting point and level towers. Literally melting point and level towers, you immediately win. Watch. Let's do my opponent's board. He kind of has the answer given to him with the melting point here at the end. He never sold a single unit, even though his spiders are basically useless. We're just going to sell something. We're going to sell Tarantula to get some money, and I'll just show you. So something I've been doing every single round since I have the double redeployment is I've gone left, right, left, right. So one could assume I'm taking my wraiths to this side since I've done it every single turn. Full range on melting point. We're going to get rid of this sooner. Like I said, in case I go here or here, you can do things like missile the wasps that might be here. Kill those crawlers. Now everything should just be wraith, right? So wraiths come in here, and then maybe 2 hit the wraiths, and then same here. 2 here. Well, whatever, right? It doesn't really matter. We'll just get 2 more melting points. Kind of spread them out if you want to. Borrow, temp range. Level 3 tower, level 3 tower. And honestly, this is probably just enough. I could probably just win, I would think. I'll use the advanced missile devices, the melting points with just range. That's all you really need. We are taking out the wasps now. Wraiths are coming into range of the double advanced missile device. So those are toast. Looks like it ends up killing the level 3 tower still. Super strong wraith here actually kills melting point, but look, he just wins. Melting point, super good, right? And now next round, since he doesn't win the game with it, next round, higher level towers, and more melting points, there's nothing I can do, basically. So thought it was a really funny game. It looks like something I used to build when I was like 900 MMR. The first composition I ever built really in Mechabellum was shielded wasps, just like this on the line, with wraiths. Like literally this is what carried me from like 400 MMR to like 1100 MMR a long time ago, maybe like over a year ago. Kind of funny to revisit it with this, but it's not good. It's not good because of melting points. It's not good because you could level towers. It's not good because opponent has advanced missile devices. But, you know, if your opponent isn't playing against something properly, you kind of just keep hammering it, right? But yeah, mostly the point of this game is to show you the power of having double redeployment as well as multiple intensive trainings with wraiths. But anyway, that is going to do it for today's video. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Let me know in the comments if you like this sort of content with like these meme games, these fun games, or if you prefer just that I do the educational games. Just wanted to throw this one on here because it was really fun and funny. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.